This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. Okay, today let's see if we can dial in a fairly hot kind of screaming Plexi tone. I've not delved too much into the marshals of the Quad Cortex. If you find this sort of video useful, leave a comment, maybe share it to your nan. If you're a Quad Cortex owner who really likes me making these sorts of videos, maybe you could consider using the Buy Me a Coffee link, but don't feel obliged to do that. Leave a comment below and let me know that you want me to drop this into the cloud. So the Marshall models that we've got that might be relevant here, the Brit Plexi 100, the Brit Plexi 50, we've got also the jumped models. So I think Eric Johnson uses the 50 more often than not. So let's go with that. And then cab wise, I guess it would make sense to have, you know, something Brit, TV maybe. And then what I'm going to do maybe is just move these a little bit away from the center, just because it's a Marshall, it might get a little bit spiky. So let's... That's got a nice amount of kind of bite to it. I don't want those assigned to there. Get rid of that. Unassign. And this one as well. Unassign. Neural, if you're watching, you're not. Stop making me have to assign these things. So, everything halfway sounds pretty good, let's be fair. So maybe we'll keep that somewhere over here. If we put this into C mode, how do we do that again? Like that. And have that for a nice crunchy thing. So then what I was more interested in though were, if we hold these down, then we can do this sort of thing. So we're going to sort of, go back, hold these down, and we're going to have a little bit more of an aggressive kind of approach here. And keep the bass where it is. I'm going to push the mids slightly. And maybe drop the presence slightly, or maybe even quite a bit. And we then get... So what's obvious is that we're going to need some help to get this into that kind of Eric Johnson-y, maybe whatever sort of very sustaining lead territory. The sorts of things that I would use for this would be something without a mid push, maybe the OD 250, maybe the Friedman BOD, maybe even the Blues driver. But on other devices, I know that the OD 250 gives me what I want. So we can turn the gain up a bit on this and also the drive, and we can then sort of goose the front end of this and get let's get rid of that for this preset here. Press here, or that scene, sorry, and then a lot of that kind of clanginess to it, which I'm really liking. Is sort of like a raw Plexi bark, so that's kind of cool. Okay, right, so other things that I want to add to this, typically for this sort of tone, I would probably use something like the low-high cut, and we would do something like use a low pass filter, -6, but bring this down sort of around 5. Rid of some of that kind of spittiness, but again, for the tones where I don't have as much gain, I probably wouldn't even need that, so just turn that off now. And then of course to get a really Eric Johnson-ish kind of thing going on, you're probably going to want to have some kind of delay, so let's take this down to about 22%. And again, we'll have this turned off most of the time, but then coming on for I'm thinking maybe we could even take this high cut down a little bit more and have an even smoother. So if I press this one in here, ooh, I can take this down more, get a smoother lead tone, and maybe even introduce a little bit of a boost up front as well. So let's go for the RC boost, so Z boost. And we'll take the drive down a bit. So that's got a nice thing going on. Of course, with that amount of gain, you're going to want to have the noise reduction on. And that kind of works nicely. And also, I guess that could be something that we turn on or off here as well. So let me just turn that one off for now. And then, oop, on C, we want it to come on. Okay, so I think that's a really cool sounding model. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you want me to chuck this one into the cloud. From that, that's kind of our starting point. Maybe that'll do the job for you. It seems to me that that is touching on exactly the sort of thing that I'd want. Scream. I'll catch you in another video soon. And yeah, feel free to let me know what you think of that.